Right now on Secrets of Bluegrass Chefs, it's a cornerstone of Kentucky's culinary landscape.
Look at that perfect tray.
Wow, look at that. Hi everyone, I'm Tim Laird with Kevin Harned.
And Tim, this time we're excited to be in our kitchen theater with the team from Wiltshire Pantry.
That's a professional move. That is incredible. I mean, boom.
It's been an institution of the food scene in Louisville for 35 years now. So today we're celebrating.
I've never had any kind of thing like that before.
What a nice bite that is.
It's like a party for your taste buds. The chefs are rolling out some of their favorite small bites and their most decadent desserts.
We're firing up the kitchen theater with a live studio audience right now on Secrets of Bluegrass Chefs. Hi everybody and welcome to Secrets of Bluegrass Chefs. I'm Kevin Harned here at Paristown in our kitchen theater, and I'm standing alongside my good friend and broadcast partner Tim Laird.
And Kevin, it's a great day to be in kitchen theater because today we're going to have a celebration of Kentucky cooking. The team from Wiltshire Pantry is here with some of their favorite party foods.
And we're revealing the secrets to all of it, from polenta cakes and seared steak to crepes and s'more macarons.
Let's meet today's guest. She stocks her pantry with the freshest local ingredients and some of the top chefs in the Bluegrass. Say hello to the founder of Wiltshire Pantry, Susan Hirschberg.
Thanks for having me.
You bet. Great to have
How are
you.
you, my friend?
I'm well, thank you.
It's great to see you again.
Thanks for having me.
Well, yeah, you've been on the show many times before. You know, you think of the staples in Louisville that go back a long way. I'm not trying to age any of us here, but you've been around a little while, so you've seen the food scene in the city really explode.
I have, yes. So we're celebrating our 35th year, and I do remember way back in the day when we were still on Wiltshire Avenue, we had some of the first farm-to-table farm producers pull up to our front door to sell us produce, long before farm-to-table was the norm.
And you've been a proponent of that the entire time.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
yes. Yeah, it's really been wonderful to watch how the local food economy has expanded to the point where now we can do events for 300 and 400 people and have it be all locally sourced proteins and produce. So that's something that we never could do when we first started. We have grown kind of organically over the years, and we're really just delighted right now. We have our two cafes. My youngest child, if you will, is our Main Street Cafe, and that's at the corner of 6th and Main, right next to the Grady Hotel, and we're open there 7 days a week. We do breakfast and lunch. We do some special evenings before theater at the Kentucky Center, so before the orchestra or the opera, we do stay open and have a prefix dinner service.
You've got a nice team with you today, so how will we begin?
One of my favorite team members, Cameron Parker, he is here. He's going to demo 3 different items. We wanted to think about what would we do for our own 35th anniversary celebration. So these are the 3 appetizers that we chose, and then 3 desserts.
All right, well, let's bring Cameron out. Here he is over here. Come on in. Welcome to the show. We're glad you're here. I'm Kevin, that's Tim, and of course you know Susan.
We have met, yes.
You've met before, good. It's not a surprise to anybody. All right, are you ready to get started?
Yes, sir.
You're not nervous, are you?
No.
Awesome, that's what we like to hear. What are we going to start with, Cameron?
We're going to start with our polenta.
Okay. Tell us what polenta is, first of all.
So polenta is really what we call grits around here, right? Although it's Italian style. So we have the coarse grain polenta, and we're going to cook that with some house-made vegetable stock. You can do this with chicken stock, but one of the things that we do try to be mindful of when we plan for parties, we try to be mindful of people's particular food requests. So this is going to be a vegetarian polenta cake.
You're going to do 4 cups of stock, and you're going to do 1 cup of polenta.
4 to 1, good to know the ratio.
You're going to go on medium, let your stock come up to boil. It's about 20 to 35 minutes to cook polenta.
And you want to be patient, right?
Yes, sir.
So when it's done, we pour it into a sheet pan, and you want to get a nice thickness, and then you just let it set up and chill. Now you know how if you cook grits or if you cook polenta and then you let it set aside, it's going to start to firm up on you. So really you want to get it poured into the pan while it's still nice and pliable. Let it set up. And one of the nice things about this dish is that you can let it sit in the refrigerator overnight and then cut it out into your shapes, and then we like to crisp it in a skillet. So I think while Cam works to get that searing, and I'm going to bring out the items for the next dish. We're going to do crispy new potato cups. I love this item because it's gluten-free. These are Frondosa Farm mushrooms. You can find them in several locations now around town that you can purchase them retail. And what we do with these is we trim them down and we toss them with olive oil. I like a roasted garlic, olive oil, salt and pepper, and then we roast them in the oven, and they turn out just absolutely golden and delicious.
The potatoes, they're red potatoes cut in half, hauled out, roasted?
Yes, so there's a little bit of a secret, if you will, to that dish, because again, one of the most important things is to get it, you want those potatoes to be nice and crispy. So what we do is we slice the end off of each one so that when you plate it, it doesn't roll around on the plate. Slice it in half again and then scoop the middle out with what we call a melon baller. And then you want to put those in a bowl. You're going to toss that with, again, seasoned olive oil or regular olive oil, plenty of salt and pepper. And then you're going to put them upside down, so the cut side down on a cookie sheet, and roast them in a really, really hot oven. We are going to top these today with a tarragon crema. Tarragon's one of my favorite herbs. It has a little bit of a very mild, almost licoricey type flavor. So there we go.
Beautiful, beautiful. There's one of the 6 dishes we're making today complete. The stuffed beautiful red potatoes with the unbelievable mushrooms. Our polenta has still been sort of searing on each side here. How's it coming along, Cameron?
It's good to go, yes, sir.
We'll take a quick break. We'll come back. We've got more from Wiltshire Pantry right here on Secrets of Bluegrass Chefs. Hi, everybody, and welcome back to Secrets of Bluegrass Chefs. I'm Kevin Harned alongside Tim Laird. We've got our guests here from Wiltshire Pantry, Susan and Cameron doing the cooking today. You saw as we went to commercial break the unbelievable mushrooms that were stuffed in the potatoes. Those look delicious. And then, Susan, during the commercial break, we put together the polenta. Tell us what's on that.
Yes, so this is the crispy polenta cake. It has seared flank steak topped with a little dollop of pesto and then some shaved Parmigiano Reggiano cheese.
Beautiful. What a nice bite that is. That's great. Doesn't that look great? Well, the good news is the audience is going to have a chance to take a taste not only of those 2 items, but another one that we're making here, and tell us what we're diving into next.
Today we're doing the herb crepe roulade with a vegetarian filling that has roasted local peppers. These are beautiful bullhorn peppers from Rootbound Farm. They're super sweet and delicious, seasonal right now. Asparagus, that fresh asparagus from Kentucky, there's nothing better. Cameron's going to show us how to make the crepes today. We've got the crepe batter already ready to go. This crepe batter has some fresh basil incorporated into the batter, so you're going to have some nice flavor in the crepe itself.
This is kind of tricky. You got to make sure it's thin enough, and you want to spread it out. And they always say the first crepe is usually goes wrong, so you need a second crepe. But what is Cameron? I think you're going to be good on the first crepe.
Usually.
When we need 300 or 400 crepes, Cameron's the one we call.
Cameron can. Could you imagine?
One of the other tips that Cameron told me about today is after we roll them, this is one that I didn't know, it is really good to let them set up in the refrigerator for a couple of hours.
Oh,
that way, again, the flavors will blend. Look at that perfect crepe.
Wow, look at that. Oh, look at, perfect, Cameron. You have made a few thousand of these, so I can see that was not a tear, perfectly done.
You take 2 pieces of asparagus, and then you take 1 more, and you break it, and usually you put 1 on each side.
I see, so it's even.
So it's even on all sides. Then you're going to take your cheese.
What kind of cheese is this?
This is Boursin cheese.
Okay.
So Boursin is a kind of is a pre-made herb cheese spread that most people are probably familiar with. And we make our own. So that is the Kenny's Fromage Blanc with all kinds of nice fresh herbs chopped up in there. So it's a house-made Boursin cheese.
And it acts as a little gluing agent for the pepper that goes on
right.
top. Look at that. See, there's another art too, is getting that roll where it's perfectly formed. Wow.
So you want to make certain that you don't have air pockets in the middle, because then when you go to slice them, they won't hold together nicely for you. So here you can see you get a nice pinwheel.
Excellent.
Beautiful.
And I like that cutting on the bias like that, and you get those nice, like you said, little pinwheels that are beautiful.
There you have it. Give it up for Cameron and Susan. We're not finished. The audience is going to have a chance to take a taste of all three, the potatoes, the polenta, and of course the crepe. We'll do that when we come back after the break. And then after that, we've got some desserts to share, right,
Yep,
Susan?
we've got 3 desserts for you.
Wow, we can't wait to share those secrets. Stay with us. You're watching Secrets of Bluegrass Chefs. We'll be right back.
The Wine Rack, bringing you wines, beers, spirits, and cheeses of the world for over 18 years. Local, independent, and now offering delivery from the heart of Crescent Hill and online at wineshoplouisville.com.
Hi, everybody. Kevin Harned back with you. I've made my way over to the PNC Bank tasting table where the folks here get a chance to be first up and take a taste of Susan Hirschberg's unbelievable. It's really a trio, and I'm here with Rick. Rick, we had the chance to see the beautiful red potatoes stuffed with mushrooms. We had the polenta with the steak and the pesto, and of course, as we carried on, we made the crepe. So let me have you take a taste. You've chosen the polenta to take the taste of with the nice steak. The basil, which a lot of people do just homemade. They say, you know what, we're not going to buy it out of the store and plop it on. We're going to make it ourselves. Let me ask a question. How that was the steak. How was that?
Excellent.
Yeah, could you taste the pesto on top?
Yes, I could.
All right.
Yes, but it was very calm. It didn't
Detract?
Exactly. Yeah, it wasn't overpowering.
Okay. Now take a taste of the polenta. This is always one of those that, you know, some people have a taste for it. Some are like, well, that's surprising. Tell me what kind of taste you get when you bite into the polenta.
It was wonderful. I was expecting, just plain grits, but that is not plain grits. It's wonderful.
Yeah, and a nice pairing all together.
Oh, excellent pairing. I've never had any kind of thing like that before.
Well, we're glad you're here. Thanks for being our taster today. We've got more to share. We've gone through 3 dishes. Now we've got 3 unbelievable desserts to share the secrets with when we come back on Secrets of Bluegrass Chefs. Stay with us.
Look and feel your best. Discover the possibilities at Corbett Cosmetic. Dr. Lee Corbett offers board-certified expertise in a variety of aesthetic surgeries with an honest, caring approach. Breast enhancement, tummy tucks, mommy makeovers, and more. The professionals at Corbett Cosmetic also offer a full-service med spa with Botox, medical-grade skincare, wrinkle fillers, and facial treatments. Corbett Cosmetic, conveniently located in Louisville's East End. Learn more at CorbettCosmeticSurgery.com.
Welcome back to Secrets of Bluegrass Chefs. Say hello to the founder of Wiltshire Pantry, Susan Hirschberg. And now welcome Chloe Schroeder.
You know, you mentioned Susan Hirschberg in the city, and everybody knows you're talking about Wiltshire. She's been around a long, long time and has really been able to embrace that culinary scene and see it grow. And she's obviously kind to younger chefs like Chloe, who we have here. So, Susan, tell us what you and Chloe are going to be making. I see we got a lot of ingredients, but we're preparing 3 different things.
Yes, so Chloe's going to demo 3 different items. I want to give an extra special shout out to Chloe because she is one of those bakers who goes in while the rest of us are sound asleep. So
It's an early job, isn't it?
Oh, yes.
What time?
I get up at 3 a.m. to go in at 4.
Wow.
So Chloe is one of the 4 a.m. bakers. So she comes in and works a lot of magic early in the morning. So when you come into our bakery, when we open, everything's really nice and fresh and beautiful. So an extra thank you to Chloe for that. She's going to demo one of my favorite dishes, which is a flourless chocolate torte, and it's topped with chantilly cream. So she's going to walk you through that first.
All right, let's do it, Chloe.
Okay.
If you need help, just let me know. I like to bake.
Okay.
Yeah, Kevin will be there to help eat.
Well, first what I did was I melted my chocolate on the stove while the savory dishes were getting started, just because that takes a little longer. We also add a little bit of butter to the melted chocolate, and we let that melt even more. So I like to whisk my eggs, add a little bit of the sugar in, and then we add a pinch of salt and a dash of vanilla. Once this chocolate and butter is melted, we will slowly stream it into this egg and sugar mixture. Okay, so with our melted chocolate, you're going to be whisking and I'm going to be pouring in.
All right. We're just tempering, not too much, just enough to get the eggs a little on the warm side so they don't cook.
Wow, Kevin, I'm really proud of you. Look at that. You're doing a great job
Well,
there.
thanks, Tim.
No scrambled eggs. This is perfect.
How am I doing, Chloe?
You're doing great. Okay. We like to pour it into an 8-inch pan that has already been floured with cocoa powder. Or just a half-sheet pan, which we'll cut squares or a circle out of, which we have right here.
All right.
So this was just, you know, a demonstration of the batter. We're
Beautiful.
not actually going to bake it. And then I made chantilly beforehand, and that is basically just heavy cream and a little bit of powdered sugar whipped up, and that is just chantilly.
Okay.
I'll put it in a piping bag. I have a star tip on this, and I'll just go in little circles in order to get that nice swirled effect.
You can add a little bourbon to your chantilly if you want. You can add a little Grand Marnier or just a little extra vanilla to give it a pop of flavor.
All right, one of three down. Give it up for Chloe right there. We have the flourless torte with a little chantilly on top. Man. All right.
Then we're going to move right into another one of my all-time favorites. These are lemon curd tartlets. So we've got little mini tartlet shells. You can also make this in a full size. And Chloe's going to just walk us through how to do the lemon curd.
So with this, we're going to add egg yolks, sugar, our lemon juice, and some lemon zest.
And that zest really perks that up, doesn't it? It just gives it that pop that you go, wow.
You're going to want to continuously whisk it until it becomes nappe, and that basically means that it gets like a little bit thick. If you dip a spoon into it and drag your finger across the back of the spoon and it doesn't come back together, that means you're at the perfect point and you're ready to take it off the stove. And once you're at that point, you're going to want to have your gelatin bloomed already, and this is what it looks like. It comes in sheets. It also comes in powder, but the sheets are what we're using today. And you're going to bloom gelatin in ice cold water. You squeeze out all of the water, put it into your egg mixture, and then you add your cold butter to almost shock it. It does take a little while. It can take up to 30 minutes for it to become nappe. But then this would be our final product, and it's just really simple lemon curd. And then for this, I'll just take a piping bag and I'll pipe straight into the middle, and then I'll do a little round off so there's not a straight tip on top. It's just completely flat.
That's a professional move. That is incredible. I mean, boom, look at that.
What's the most you've made of these?
Well, I made 70 today for all of you guys here. I'd say that's a pretty big number.
That's a number, yeah.
And then we have our meringue for the top, because who doesn't love toasted meringue on top of lemon curd?
Oh,
Come
right.
on. And again, for this, we're just going to go right on top and apply even pressure.
Beautiful.
Look at that. I mean, that's perfection.
And then a little torch.
And a little fire.
Oh, perfect. Oh.
Okay.
Look at that.
And there you have it.
Perfection. Look at that. Oh my gosh.
Lemon curd, the tarts, very nice. All right, well, that's 2 of 3 of the desserts that Chloe and Susan wanted to show us. We have a little macaroon.
So it's actually pronounced macaron.
Macaron, well, excuse me, yes.
It's a French word.
All right.
I only say that because there's actually 2 macarons and a macaroon. A macaroon is a
good to
coconut and egg white mixture that's toasted, and it looks kind of like a mound, and it's often dipped in chocolate. A macaron is like a sandwich cookie.
We make all different flavors. This is one of our favorites because it combines, you know, who doesn't love chocolate and marshmallow and graham crackers? Yep. So it's just kind of like a comfort food, but that's elevated into a French macaron. So
it's like a French s'more.
This is just incredible. That is amazing. You know what, Chloe? What I love about what you all are doing, we don't have to go to Paris to La Durée for great macarons. We can come to you. Oh my gosh, that is great. Look at that, right here in Louisville.
Beautiful. Give it up for Chloe, everybody. Nice job. And of course for Susan Hirschberg with Wiltshire Pantry, thank you.
Thank you, my pleasure.
We really appreciate all of you being here today, sharing the secrets, celebrating more than 3.5 decades in the city, so congratulations on that milestone. If you'd like to be a member of our studio audience, let me just ask this audience, have you had fun today? You can do so yourselves by logging on to mintjuliptours.com. We've got to say goodbye for today. If you're online, check us out and subscribe on YouTube at Secrets of Bluegrass Chefs. Tim Laird and myself, we'll see you next time.
Excellent.
The Wine Rack, bringing you wines, beers, spirits, and cheeses of the world for over 18 years. Local, independent, and now offering delivery from the heart of Crescent Hill and online at wineshoplouisville.com.